Gypsum is a natural element. It can be mined from the earth. It's calcium sulfate, but that's not readily available in Alabama. So there's a synthetic form that's more readily available in Alabama, and it's called flue gas desulfurization gypsum, and it's a byproduct of coal-burning power plants. It's often used in like the wallboard and cement industries, but we're trying to implement it into agriculture and see what other uses we can get from it. One of those uses that they're exploring is using it as a litter bedding. Alabama has a huge poultry industry. Alabama in 2020 produced 2 billion broiler birds. That's just broilers, that's not egg houses. So that, if you estimate about, 1.5 kilograms of litter per bird, that's almost 2 million tons of litter in 2020 for just Alabama. It's a really good resource for nutrients, but over-application tends to be a problem, especially with phosphorus. Previous studies have shown that if you amend gypsum to land-applied poultry litter, that it reduces these nutrient losses. So we also wanted to see from a production standpoint how it might improve yields or nutrient uptake for the corn.
Yeah, at least it's above the weeds now.
So the first experiment we did was in Camp Hill, Alabama. We applied litter to a hayfield and basically simulated rainfall onto the plots to see what kind of nutrient losses we would get from each of these litters that have different kinds of bedding, including gypsum and some traditional beddings. From that, we collected water samples and measured nutrient runoff from that to determine, if you apply the litter straight to the hayfield and you have, say, a 10-year storm come through, what would be the nutrient loss implications of that? And then the second study we did here at E.V. Smith and also at Tennessee Valley, we wanted to see what the corn production implications were as far as how would this gypsum amended poultry litter affect corn yield, and also corn nutrient uptake. The treatments were 7 litters and a control, which we used urea for the control, just a normal commercial granular urea. And we applied those about a week before planting. This plot received the highest rate of gypsum. This is commercial fertilizer. We did it at the same rate of nitrogen. The yield is measured from the harvester. It weighs the grain and calculates yield for us. The nutrient uptake is measured by drying it, grinding, and digesting the plant tissue. And then they run it in an ICP and figure out what the elemental analysis of that plant tissue is. There's a lot of eutrophication that can result from nutrient losses to the environment. So if gypsum can be used as a poultry litter bedding and also reduce nutrient losses to the environment and possibly benefit yields, then it could be a good alternative bedding for poultry producers to use rather than commercial bedding materials, because we're also reusing a waste product. So from that, I just keep whatever corn is left over from that and feed it to the deer. To reduce some of those losses to the environment, then we can potentially slow down some of that eutrophication and some of that non-point source pollution.